Hi, I'm Shades, and just like this title sequence that you're watching over here, nothing has order because it's random. Hey Rebels, welcome back to my channel. My name is Masako Mutsuka. You guys are watching RWAs, which is Randoms with Shades, and I'm Shades the Rebel. Today is Friday. I'm so excited that it is finally Friday because on Fridays we do lighter things, We don't stress too much, we don't work too hard, we just relax, we're mellow. So welcome to class, guys. You made it. It is currently 8 a.m. South African time, and I'm happy that you were able to join us. So today what we're going to be doing is step number 5. But before we get to that, let me give you guys a quick recap of the steps that I gave you guys on Monday. Quick recap. First, draw some rough sketches. Second, pick out your favorite sketch. Third, make the patterns. Fourth, start sewing the garment. And fifth, take a picture with some helpful notes with it. So now that your memory is refreshed of the steps of making a garment, the process of making a garment, I hope you are ready to do step number 5. So as you can see, there's our garment right there. It is the garment that we've been making this whole week, and I am stunned. I am happy. I'm like proud of myself that it came out looking like the technical drawing, literally. Let me just turn it for you guys. I mean, doesn't it look lovely? Doesn't it look lovely? This is what I've been telling you. You can do it. If I can do it and you are doing it with me, you can do it. Okay, that's me trying to be motivational. So let's get back to our work. So today I'm going to be telling you guys or discussing with you guys the special notes that I write down on my technical drawing. I will definitely be taking pictures of this garment and then placing it onto my technical drawing, sticking it onto my technical drawing. And in that section where we have the special notes, I will write down all of the things that I'm going to be mentioning right now. If there isn't enough space, I always go overboard and just write wherever there's space on the technical drawing, on the technical spec sheet, sorry. So let's start with the technical drawing. So we're going to start from step 1 and 2, which was the sketches and drawing a technical drawing. It wasn't difficult to draw the technical drawing. The only problem is that I couldn't draw a bow, so I had to do a little bit of research for that. And I only did it now after I've actually sewn the garment. So yeah, I need to better my drawing. The next thing is that I didn't have the correct size fine liners that I wanted to use. So I wanted to use a 0.3 and a 0.05 fine liner for my stitches and the 0.3 for solid lines. And I couldn't find it anywhere. Instead, I found a 0.4 fine liner. And so if I have a 0.4 fine liner, I decided to use my lead pencil, which is a 0.5 millimeter, I think 0.5, and I use that for my stitches. So you do with what you have, right? Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about the patterns and the construction. So when it came to the patterns and construction, I did have a bit of a difficult time, and I think maybe it's because I was a bit demotivated when I was doing the patterns. So guys, patterns is a bit of a dreading process, and I must say that I am actually good at patterns. My problem is being lazy at correcting them and doing them the right way. So that is also just one thing that you need to bear in mind, that as a fashion designer or someone who is studying fashion design, there will be some things that you are stronger at and some that you are weaker at. I'm definitely good at patterns. I don't want to lie. Maybe I'm blowing my own horn here, but I'm good at patterns, and I think that, the only problem is that I am very lazy to make them. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I was a bit demotivated when I had to also stick multiple papers, A4 papers, to get a big paper big enough to make my pattern. So I need to go get pattern paper because I can't do this. The next thing is the puff sleeve. So I didn't show you guys how to do the puff sleeves in the video where we made our patterns, and this is because I actually forgot to record it. The next thing is the hem of the facing was way shorter than the hem of the back piece. The problem was with the facing. So when I extended the back shoulder of the back piece, that means that the front was being deducted, right? And when I was doing that, I had already done my facing and I didn't make any notches, which is very important, but I never used them because lazy girl. Um, so when once that was extended, I could no longer match my facing shoulder seams to my top shoulder seams, my bodice shoulder seams, because it was no longer at the same position. So when I placed my facing onto the bodice, I did align the seams, and that made my neckline a lot wider, um because I actually even trimmed my neckline because I was like, what's going on? So fortunately, the facing was able to actually lie flat even in its new position, and then it made my facing's hem a lot shorter. So that's what resulted to making the top shorter than the initial length because of that mistake. So it's very important that you have notches. Very important that you also read your sewing instructions properly. I actually even didn't write that down because I'd actually forgotten about that. But yeah, that's fine. But had I had notches, I wouldn't have forgotten. Okay, so the next thing is the overlocking situation. So I'm still trying to learn my machine. It's very difficult, guys. When I was in varsity, I didn't personally, I never threaded the overlocking machine, and the settings were already standard. So I've never experienced using an overlocking machine on my own, and that was the problem, I think. And I wish if I was still in school, I should have tried to learn. Yeah, but it's okay now. We have it. We can learn still now. It's never too late. But yeah, so I did face problems. Some of my seams were okay, some of them were not okay. I don't know what the problem is. I'm still definitely going to play around with the tensions and play around with the machine and see what the problem might be, and I'll figure it out. And then the next thing is the fabric. So the fabric, it was an old bed sheet. I've used it to make my old pajamas, which I actually I used the good parts of that fabric, and with what was left, I just used whatever what that was left. If you can see, the top is very much discolored in some areas. I will still definitely wear this top, guys. I am going to do something to it so that it doesn't look, very discolored as it is right now. But yeah, I still love it. I actually love it. The next thing is the bow straps. So with the bow straps, guys, the fabric was a bit thin, and it's almost like a chiffon, or it shifts when you cut it, and you need to really be careful with it. So the shape of the straps I couldn't see anymore when I was attaching them together. I was just like, what's going on? But it's fine. So I think one of the straps I didn't sew properly. I actually had the same color thread on top, and then the bobbin was lighter pink, and I don't like that look, guys. I don't know why. It always feels like it makes sense. I don't like it. So I changed it with the other one, and I didn't change, and I didn't unpick the other one, which is definitely what you have to do. But yeah. And then the next is yeah, the back facing. When I was attaching the back facing to the back piece, I think it's the one on the left, I didn't sew it properly. There was some shifting that happened. I didn't pin enough, and since it's a soft fabric, it's very much easy to move around. And with that being said, there was like bumps and lumps, and I didn't like that. So yeah, guys, I'm still to fix that. I didn't fix it. I'll show you guys pictures. So yeah, guys, that is it. That is my truth. You guys saw it. I made it. It looks cute or whatever. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know any of this that I'm telling you guys right now. So what I'm saying to you guys is, as someone who is aspiring to be a fashion designer, sometimes you're gonna do things to hide from people, but you have to go back and fix it. So this is me going back to fix it. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Masako Mutuka. I'll see you guys next week, Monday at 8 a.m. Goodbye.